Hey guys, what is going on? This is Carnal 5, and today I want to bring you guys a gameplay. So this was finally my first gameplay. I plan on start doing gameplays. I also just got a new PS4 Pro. I don't know if I let you guys know, but I am enjoying the PS4 Pro. I play in the high frame rate mode, and it does seem like the videos I capture are a little bit better quality too. I don't know if that's just me. But anyways, I want to show you guys this gameplay with Niekro. I did win him in BR. If you saw my BR tips video. So I was having trouble selling him, so I figured I might as well try him in a game. As you can see, Jonathan VR lit off the game with a infield single, or CNI single I should say, and then he stole second, and then Marte did a sac fly to get him to third. Buddy Belt came up and hit a little weak fly ball, but it's going to be deep enough for Jonathan VR. So I want to talk a little bit about everything in this video. I want to talk about my impressions after playing for about 3 weeks. Of course, I will talk about Niekro. By the way, I really think Niekro is pretty solid on this game. I know knuckleballers can be perceived as cheap and whatnot, but he's pretty solid. I'll still probably still sell him, but I might pick him up later on. So I definitely recommend giving him a consideration if you guys like knuckleballers, even though some people can view them as cheap. But anyways, I want to talk about this right here. This is killing me in the game. So you see that with Kenny Powers, my credit guy. That is center green, and it says good chase, and it's down the middle, and it's a hit speed of 96 miles an hour. Now I don't know if this game would be a good example of it or not, but I have seen way too many just late, even late, or even pulled off hits that are hit harder than that, and it absolutely makes no sense. I think this is something they need to fix with the sliders, or do something. I'm just curious to what your guys' opinion on it is. Like, honestly, you may be hitting better. I'm hitting better. My universal profile average is around 440. That doesn't mean I'm enjoying the game as much. I mean, it's a good game. I'm really not a fan of the type of hits. I mean, I don't think it's the ball physics. I simply think they just need to tune down the power slider and the opposite field power. It's just too crazy. And also the wind. The wind is ridiculous. I played a game at Wrigley Field, and I think there was about 15 home runs combined, and the final score is 15-14. It's a little OP, so hopefully they can change some of these things. Otherwise, I don't know. Like, I just don't know how serious I could take this game in the long run, plus plus how the servers act in the way they are. I don't know. I mean, I do like the game. I just really wish they would fix a few of those things. And I know a lot of people have the same issues. Anyways, I'll try to talk about the gameplay, but I'm also going to talk about my impressions as well. You guys can see Niekro here. I'll give you guys a few tips. He's got 5 pitches now. He's got a sinker, screwball, curveball, 4 seams. 4 seam can go about 86. He's kind of reminds me of the Louis Tiant last year a little bit. He don't throw quite as hard, but he's filthy. Like, he can throw that curveball, screwball up in the zone, and offset that with a knuckleball, and he's absolutely filthy. I mean, he's just hard to hit. So I don't know. He's definitely hard to hit. I don't know. He might be one of my top 5 right now. But anyways, the game's tied at 1-1, and you can see we're just getting a lot of weak outs with Niekro. But anyways, back to the gameplay. I want to see if I can find something else to talk about besides complaining about the late hits. You also see in this gameplay later on, there's too many pulled off hits. I got a few, and my opponent got a few. I've seen pulled off hits on change ups or off speed down and away, and they pull it for a home run. And not only is it a home run, it'll be to left center, and it'll be like 450 feet. It's like I can't justify that to myself. Like, I don't know how they could justify you swinging at something down the middle like I did earlier, and it says chased to center green, and it's hit like 90 miles an hour, yet you're allowed to hit just late or late hits in this game. Completely jammed, mind you. I'm not talking about somebody pitching you away and you're just late. That's typical. I mean, that's good timing. It might not be good timing, but I mean, that's what you want to do. You want to wait back on the ball. I'm talking about the just lates where you're completely in on their hands or up and in, and they don't have good timing on it. I don't know. It's just not realistic. So I don't know. I'm curious to what you guys think about it so far. And what you guys think about the gameplay in general. I will say that the infield animations are by far a lot smoother, especially the transitions on the infield. You'll see a few plays Buddy Bell makes this game, and he's a good defensive shortstop, mind you. But he has a sense of urgency in this game on a couple of his throws, so I do notice that, and it's a lot better. The bunting, I love how you can't bunt. I'm going to show you in a bat later on where this might be the AB, right? Yeah. So I try to bunt right here. I still try to bunt a little bit, guys, but hit and run is where it's at this year. So we're just gonna fight off pitches here, and we're gonna try to do some hit and run. So you guys can see here, I get a 2-1-2 count. I fight off a pitch. I'm contact swinging. I'm just trying to put the ball in play to move the runner over. And this could be risky. You might hit into a double play, but you're more likely to hit in double play if you actually swing away and put the ball in play. So we'll still contact swinging, fouling that off. Honestly, I probably should have struck out there. That's another thing to talk about. The red swings where opponents are allowed to foul off pitches, especially with a guy like Niekro who probably has like terrible plate vision. But we keep fouling off pitches, and it's still a 1-2 count. My opponent's getting frustrated. He's trying to do anything he can. He throws a pass ball, and then we go ahead and take second anyway. So I definitely gotten ahead of him. Be careful though, because he could have did a pitch out and threw me out easily if he did it right. But I don't know, he didn't really do it. And then we do put it in play. It's not a hit, unfortunately, but in my opinion, that's a great at bat for a pitcher. Normally, I would probably pinch it there, but I really wanted to extend Niekro and save my bullpen. And that's another thing let me talk about, the bullpen. So last year there was like a little exploit to regenerate your bullpen fatigue. I didn't really find out about it until later in the season, but I'm kind of glad. It doesn't seem like there's one this year, and I'm kind of glad because it makes the games more realistic. And starters are more valuable, and you have to try to go deeper into the games with the starters. So I do like that. There's actually a strategy in, you know, conserving your bullpen energy this year. And you also get rewarded more for taking pitches and seeing pitches and getting into their bullpen. So, I mean, it wasn't an effect last year, but the friendlies ruined everything last year for the missions and for the, friendlies and playing the computer, you could regenerate your bullpen stamina, which is kind of ridiculous. Here we finally get a hit to go. Mind you, I'm only up 2-1 at this point. I feel like I'm hitting really well. I think up to this point, I probably had 4 to 5 center greens, or pretty close to center greens, where they didn't go anywhere. So, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this game. I mean, I'm hitting super well, so like, it's not. Don't get this confused with. I am complaining about the gameplay a little bit. I don't really think it's that great. It could honestly be a lot more realistic if they just fixed a few things, like the power slider, the wind, and the opposite field power is just all insane, and make the green swings more rewarding. So it's just, if you think about it, guys, like, I can accept just late hits, jam hits, whatever, they're part of the game. Pulled off hits are part of the game. It's just the fact where you get a center green, and we do hit one out here with Curtis Granderson, so we do go up 5-1 here. But it's just the fact you center green something and you don't get rewarded, and your opponent's getting rewarded. It's kind of like, what's the point of even playing online? You know, you're playing online to test your user skill, and the whole point of hitting is to put the cursor on the ball with good timing. So I really think they're very lenient this year with the user timing. It still generally takes pretty good PCI placement, but the timing is too lenient. And here's what I'm talking about. There was a knuckleball down and away, and he pulled it for a home run. Now, in real life, I do think those can happen more often. You know, you can get your hands extended, and, you know, batters that crowd the box, I mean, they can hit those. I think we all know that. But on a video game, it's just kind of like, well, you know, like, if he hits that, he shouldn't be able to hit stuff in on his hands as well. And they don't really take into account the, you know, the hitter's stance or the hitter's spray chart in this game. So it is a video game. So I think in order to keep things balanced, I don't think, you know, hitters should be hitting pitches for home runs like that. You know, in both cases, you know, pulled off, away, or jammed in on the hands. I mean, other than that, I am having fun. I do like the missions. I like how the leaderboards are all split up. I like the ranked seasons. I like tells that there's more incentive to play ranked seasons now. I'm loving events. I wish they'd bring it back. So, and I know there's been a lot of server issues, guys. Trust me, it's pissed me off too. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, it's not their fault or it's okay. I mean, I just, at this point, guys, I try not to hate on SDS for this stuff. I realize it's probably not the dev team's fault. It's just super frustrating. I don't know. It's just super frustrating, and I kind of just expect it every year because I've been playing Diamond Dynasty or online since MLB 12, and it seems like every year they have these server problems and they have the queue, and it honestly makes no sense. It's no excuse, so I hope they do fix these things. I really don't understand it. It seems like it's even worse this year, and it's like they weren't ready for it. So I don't want to talk too much about that. I think we all know what's going on with that situation. Anyways, I'll try to get back to the gameplay. We do go up 6-2, and we draw a walk here. I will say stealing bases I kind of like this year. Seems like it takes a little bit more skill to use the catcher meter and a slide step and all that, but you can't throw runners out. But at the same time, I would say it's, I don't know, it's probably a little easier to steal bases this year compared to last, as we do get a base hit there and we get a few insurance runs, but we do have Niekro going into the 9th, and I'm trying to get a complete game. As you can tell, my opponent doesn't really look the greatest, no offense to him. I think he was rated like 770 or something. We'll see at the end of the game. And for the final out of the game, we get Schwarber to strike out on that curveball in on his hands. So Niekro is really solid, guys. I'd recommend at least considering him. There you can see my opponent's rating, 776. I finally got up to 819. I haven't been playing seasons too much, so I hope to get in the World Series and start uploading some more videos for you guys. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This is Car Number 5 signing out. Peace.